What's up, y'all? Yeah. So I'm just coming on here to like kind of like test out this live feature and see how everything is looking on here. But while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna address something real quick. Um, yeah. So I'm so happy. I actually watched the Soul Train Awards last night, and I was so excited because I got to see that Jasmine Sullivan won um album of the year at the Soul Train Music Awards, and I was so happy because I know a lot of people was upset with me because of my videos I made about the American Music Awards and the fact that Doja Cat had won for best soul album or best soul song or whatever against Jasmine Sullivan and her project, and I just didn't agree with the direction that the American Music Awards was going with nominating Doja Cat into a soul R&B category when to me she's like a hip hop pop artist. And I noticed that they also do the same thing with The Weeknd, and a lot of people, no, it's like a couple of people in the comments were bothered by me discussing it and saying that, I feel like colorism was possibly a factor, into why they basically blackball Jasmine Sullivan by having a pop artist in her R&B category. She was also up against her, Giveon, and a couple other soul artists that rightfully deserve to be nominated. But I just want, I know the American Music Awards is based upon the fans voting after they're nominated by the American Music Awards. But for me, I just want the American Music Awards to like get the nominations right. And if Jasmine Sullivan lost the award, she lost the award. She lost it fair and square. I could accept that, but I feel like she didn't lose fair and square. I feel like they were putting pop artists in the R&B category, and the thing that I noticed is that if you are melanated, they just throw you into a soul and R&B category, and a lot of people feel like, oh, it's not insulting for them to do that to the artist for the artist that won, but to me, I feel like it's insulting to Doja Cat because they just basically trying to box her in and say, because she's half black or whatever, and she's melanated, that means that she does pop music and that's just what it. I mean, she does R&B music and that's just what it is, and there's a lot of black people that do pop music, but they are categorized into the R&B soul section when that's not an actual case. It's not always about, oh, it's racist stuff like that. I mean, if she was going against somebody like Robin Thicke or John B in that category, we know that John B is an actual R&B soul singer, and he happened to win, I wouldn't have anything to say. But the more so thing that I notice is that oftentimes when we have these award shows, they purposely misgenre the minorities, the black or partially black minorities that create music. And I just feel like it's unfair. I mean, if you are going to nominate people, nominate them in the right category, whether the fans are voting or not. And this is an issue that they always have with the Grammys as well. But the Grammys, they actually have a committee, so they do select who actually gets the awards and stuff. So, you know, I'm glad that Jazmine Sullivan is at the least being acknowledged by her own peers, which is Soul Train. And I think, excuse me, I think that she sees that, and I'm glad for her. I'm glad that she's being, you know, acknowledged by her own people at the least. I think BT and Soul Train overall, the show was great. They got it right. I think it was a really good show. I think Tisha Campbell, she did an amazing job. Tashina Arnold did an amazing job. The way that they host the event. Soul Train was just a really, really good show. Even though Silk Sonic could not be there, they were able to perform and they opened the close. So I like the fact that they opened the close because it's the nostalgic feel, and Soul Train is that nostalgic show, overall. It's a nostalgic type of show because most of the times, in its heyday, it came out in the 70s and the 80s. And, I like the fact that they brought out people from that heyday, like El Barge. I think that was a nice, fun opening performance. I feel like um, I was just very, very pleased with the performances from every artist that was up there performing for the most part. I really, really enjoyed the Shanti tribute. She won the Lady of Soul Award. I was very happy for her because she deserved it. Like she's more than just a pop star. You know what I mean? She writes her own music and stuff, and she's made a lot of hits for a lot of your favorite artists that you guys know, like Jennifer Lopez and a couple other people. A lot of people she's wrote for outside of making hits for herself. So she definitely deserved that Lady of Soul award. And then they also gave the Legend Award to Maxwell. And you know, it was a cool moment between Jazmine Sullivan and Maxwell when Jazmine Sullivan won the album of the year and she went on stage and she gave Maxwell a shout out and stated that he was like one of the first people to, well, he was the first person to let her open up for him during his show and really push her brand out there and get her voice out there when she first started out almost 10 years ago. And, you know, it was just really nice to see Maxwell back. And he brought back his afro from the 90s. And the energy was just amazing. You know, people were actually singing. You know, I love to see an award show where there's limited lip syncing. You know, people are coming out and the main focus was singing, you know, and I love to see people that can sing. You know, I love to see that. I really enjoyed the overall show. And, you know, like I said before, Jazmine Sullivan won. You know, like Hotels is like, you know, a classic album. You know, I know she got nominated for 3 Grammys, and I hope they don't snub her. You know, hopefully she do walk away with 1 Grammy or two, three. But if she does not, I'm still proud because we already know what type of time the Grammys committee is usually on. So we just gonna sit back and wait and watch and see what it is when the Grammys happen. I think the Grammys supposed to happen next year. I think it's usually in like February into January. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and seeing how that all turns out. But I'm glad that Jazmine Sullivan did win 2 Soultrain awards yesterday. And it was a speech that she did, and she was just talking about her dealing with her own anxiety and talking about, you know, her body changing and about her gaining weight and stuff like that. And I think it was so brave for her to talk about that and, you know, just talk outward about her insecurities as a singer and a performer because, you know, in the public eye, when people are artists and stuff, you know, people view them as perfect, you know, but they don't really see, you know, talented people as just regular people with a gift, and their job is to entertain through their singing. You know what I mean? And it's really cool that Jazmine Sullivan discussed the fact that you know, she had her own thing where she didn't want to show up, or she'll have moments where she didn't want to show up to awards because she felt like she gained too much weight or she was insecure, and you know, she showed up, you know, and she looked it great. You know, she looked great. Um, yeah. I mean, I think she looks great. Besides that, she was a Soul Train. She looked it great. She looked great last year when she had slimmed down or whatever, beginning of this year, whatever. But it's whatever. I think she looked great either way. It's, you know, I actually think she looked, you know, fantastic yesterday. But it's so crazy how we view ourselves and how other people view us and how we think people view us and stuff. Because, you know, to her, she might sit there and think about all the flaws that she has, but to us, we think that she looks great and she's talented, and you know, her fans thinks a lot of her as well. You know, um, I'm really on this live to just test out these new features. As you can see, I got my logo on here. I got my name of my podcast on here just to see where we are when it comes to the retention and how many people is on here, because you know, I'm just getting back on here. I'm kind of trying to show my face a little bit more as well. You know, I do the voiceovers and I drop them and stuff, but I feel like sometimes here and there I'm gonna have to start doing more lives, to start, you know, interacting with all my new subscribers and stuff, trying to change it up or whatever. But I think Soul Train Awards was just so dope. Like I really enjoyed the entire show. You know, even the comedy that was being presented by the hosts were on point. I didn't have any complaints. I think they were on point. Like it was just a good show, and I really like the fact that since it was the 50th anniversary, that they decided to do it at the Apollo Theater. I think that's just amazing fantastic for them to do Soul Train at the Apollo Theater. It's like the combination of two historic landscapes for Black entertainers all together. Because before you could watch television, you went to the Apollo Theater to be entertained by your favorite singers, soul singers, and stuff like that. And that was like the forefront, the beginning for many people's careers. And then we transitioned with technology, and now we have Soul Train to present those people to the world on a bigger and broader scale. So I think it was a dope idea for them to move forward with having the Soul Train Awards um, at the Apollo Theater. I really like the setup, and on top of that, they changed the stage, and it was just so well put together. Like I have to give it grade A. Like T. Kim Martin and Tashina Arnold, they did that shit like on some real. They really did that. But yeah, I dropped a couple of more videos on my channel. If you guys want to check those out, you can. Let me know if you guys want me to do more lives. I'm gonna try to get myself organized with more of a schedule to come on here maybe once a week to go through some hot topics and talk about the things that I already post about. I'm trying to build more interaction with the viewers that I have on here and see, where I'm at when it comes to my subscribers and stuff, because I have some serious number goals. I have some serious number goals, and I don't show my subscriber count for a specific reason, but I feel like I have not hit that goal yet. And I'm trying to figure out what will it take for me to be able to get more interaction with the subscribers that I do have on my channel. I know I was off of YouTube for about a month, which is really bad, but I had a bunch of other things going on, so I had to really get myself reorganized. So, I'm gonna try to do what I'm doing right now, which is dropping the briefs about these celebrities, but I'm going to try to start doing some lives and showing my face and, doing like some interaction and conversations about specific topics. Same thing as on TikTok, because the only way I'm going to continue to grow this channel is by switching things up and trying to be a little bit more diverse and coming on more often to talk about specific things and stuff like that. But, the other thing I got to do, speaking of soul music, I still need to listen to Silk Sonic's album. Of course, everybody knows Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. That's the group Silk Sonic, and they were performing. They performed twice on the Soul Train Awards. I still have not listened to their album. If anybody has heard the album or listened to it, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the album. I'm gonna, in my spare time, I'm gonna be listening to the album and hearing it and just trying to take it in. I think I like what they're doing. I guess what the theme is for their group. I don't know if it's just a one off where they just do one album, but I'm looking forward to just listening to it and seeing what they're really giving, because the album is also hosted by Bootsy Collins, and I think that's dope that they actually incorporate someone that's from the '70s. That's a legend in the funk and of course the funk music world, soul music world, and gave them their just due instead of just karaokeing it and not giving people credit. They're helping one of the legends get paid as well, while he's helping them create music. So, I will listen to that. Got a couple of days to myself, so I'm gonna sit back and probably get out a spin and see, and then I'm gonna try to do my thoughts on it as well, just to add different topics on here to the podcast. Usually I'll have like a 2-hour podcast, but there's some things I'm trying to get done behind the scenes. I can't wait to be able to record another full 2-hour podcast, because it's like, I like to talk about a lot of different things on my show, and I'm getting a lot of different new listeners and stuff, especially from TikTok. And I really need to get those things in order. You know what I mean? So when I get the chance, I will start doing more lives and going on, not only just doing lives, but putting out more actual podcasts for you guys to download and listen at your leisure. That's on like Spotify and Apple and everything else on audio outlets and stuff. So yeah, I think this test is over for the most part. And I'm talking about this test for YouTube to see how everything is looking. I'm thinking that we might start having topic discussions too, outside of just like talking about celebrities doing dumb shit all the time. I think I'm going to start doing more personal topic discussions about relationships, just to see, what other additional people could be added to, as listeners to this platform. Because really the biggest thing about growth, and especially in YouTube, is about diversifying a bit, changing things up just a little bit to bring in new viewers. So I'm going to be thinking about that. And if you guys have any thoughts of topics or things I should discuss, whether it's relationship based, you know what I mean, things that affect the black community, things of that nature, outside of just, talk about the latest news from these celebs. Leave me a comment below, and also share your thoughts of the Soultrain Awards. Are you guys happy that Jazmine Sullivan won? Share your thoughts on that. And I'm about to hop up off of here. Not sure how many people tuned in. I'm actually on my phone right now doing this live stream. My battery's about to die, so I gotta hop up off of here. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good one. Have a wonderful Monday night, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, another one. Another thing I want to say. Tell me the times that you guys are most active. I'm trying to figure out what is the best time to release my videos, because it just seems as if, like, when YouTube kick you out that algorithm, baby, you are fucking out. Like, they kick you to the curve, and I'm trying to figure out, when are you guys online most, stuff like that, so we can get this channel back into the algorithm. All right. I'm off of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.